You can join me on the descent because it's rather nice, rather picturesque. Around about here, I've actually got a canvas print at home in North Wales of this view, and it's quite nice to be here. There we are. I mean, I think that's great, and I think that lamppost, that old-fashioned lamp, makes all the difference, doesn't it? But there you go. So we're a little bit closer to the action down here. You can see a little bit more, really. Anyway, I'll keep going down. So yeah, anybody who's familiar with Whitby will know that there's supposedly 199 of these steps, which, as you can imagine, is a lot easier coming down than it is going up. So there might have to be a slight gap when I go back to the car before I do another video. So I'm doing that shy thing again where I don't talk when there's people about, because I just don't want to sound like, again, the guy talking into a camera. So I'm keeping this on because I actually want to show you the transition from the steps into Henrietta Street, actually, because it's quite nice. And I am trying to balance the camera the best I can without actually slipping and breaking my neck, which I don't want to do. I've already done that once in the ice, not broke my neck, but had a slip, and it wasn't great. So nearly there now. I can actually smell, I don't know if I'm imagining it, but I can smell the sort of distant, subtle, shall I say, that's a better word, isn't it? The subtle smell of kippers. Now whether they've had the oak smoking going, I don't know. Whether I'm just wanting that, because it's a glorious smell, it really is. But yeah, Fortune's kippers have been there many years. So I'm just going to turn around now. I'm going to Henrietta Street. As you can see, it's nicely cobbled, and a lot of these houses are greatly sought after. I think many years ago, they would have been the fishermen's cottages for ease to get to sea. But as you can see, Henrietta Street. Like I said up there, a couple of reasons why it could be called Henrietta Street. I think the proper one is that Nathaniel Cholmondeley, it was his wife, Henrietta, and but like I said as well, William Scoresby's first ship that he captained was also called the Henrietta as well. So a couple of theories there, but I think Nathaniel Cholmondeley's wife is the one. Yeah, I can definitely smell the Kipper house without a doubt. Not imagining it. It's just coming up on my right. I don't want to film these lovely people, but I'll just show you it. But it was established in 1872. I mean, wow. I think they've got some new staff since then, but pretty major. Oh yeah, there we are. Can you see the smoke? There we are. So yeah, Kippers ahoy. So like I said, just coming up here, and when I was at the top of the cliff, I did mention that there was a landslide, and some graves had fallen into the gardens, where you can see the netting now, where they're protecting people from that happening again. So nearly come to the end of Henrietta Street now. Tipple Cottage. Fancy a tipple? I mean, it really is wonderful up here. It's very fresh, and you know, I quite like it in the autumn and the winter. No disrespect to any visitors whatsoever, but it is quite nice to have a bit of a solo walk around and you know, just have a look at everything. It gets very busy in the summer, as you'd appreciate, because it's a lovely town, let's be right. So just listening to the sea and taking it all in. When I was at primary school, I remember looking out, and that corner there well, I don't know if you can see it actually, I'll move the camera a little bit. There's a corner with some rocks just on the entrance to the actual pier, and I could see that, and when it was a really choppy day with the sea used to come lashing up, and I was mesmerised by it. No wonder I didn't do very well at school, eh? Now then, in the distance you can see Cook's Monument. You can probably see the outline of the monument there, just underneath my finger. And just to the left of that, beyond, there's like a brown triangular roof, if you like. Now that used to be the Spa booking office for the theatre and pavilion. But what it is now, actually, it's a local business called Clara's, and in the summer what you can do, they stay open late, so we have these wonderful sunsets where you can go there, and you don't have to buy anything from Clara's, you can go there anyway, but you can watch a sunset and maybe have a nice hot chocolate, or if it's a warm night, a nice ice cream or whatever, and it's wonderful. So it's something you can do that doesn't cost a great deal. Like I say, you don't even have to buy anything if you don't want, you can just take in the atmosphere. But it is a really good thing, and it's very popular with locals. That it's it's well known. It's a good business, well established now. So there we are. Beneath me there, if you can see, you can see the waves gently lapping a little bit. That's probably about as far as they'll go, because that's Tate Hill Sands, and you've got really, essentially, it's kind of the river really down there, sort of half river, half sea in some respects. If you see the change in the water, you can see how calm it is there. But then if you just look to the piers, you can see the waves getting a little bit sort of rougher, if you like. Now, when you're rowing, you're in a rowing boat. That looks like nothing really at the moment. But when you're in a rowing boat, believe you me, I tell you, it's a different story when you're in one of those low boats. Not that I was very good at rowing. I think I did it about 3 times and just thought, no, it's not for me. But anyway, there we are. So a little bit of Whitby for you, hometown. It's always nice to come back, show it off a little bit. So I hope you like that. Like I say, anything that you want to challenge me on in the comments, if you feel that anything I've said is incorrect, by all means, pop it in there. But there we are. All right. So that's that one.